In this video, we are going to calculate future value of a loan using Excel. Now, to do these calculations in Excel, we are going to use the function we see here, that FV stands for future value. And let's talk about what these things are right here. We have the rate. Now, that is the interest rate per period, and I'll show you how to enter that as we go through this process. The NPER is the total number of payments periods, so I'll show you how to enter all those. This is the payment that you're going to make each period. And then this is the future value. Usually you can just leave that blank or even just put, a comma or zero, depending. The type here, you can put 1 or 0 depending on if the loan payment is made at the beginning of or the end of the loan period. We're going to assume that it's either 0 or we're going to leave it blank for our purposes. Let's look at an example. Cece will deposit $200 per month into a mutual fund earning 3.25% annually for 15 years. What is the value of the fund after 15 years? And we're going to round to the nearest dollar. Now, I have entered the following into Excel. Okay, so I had entered into the A1 cell, I have entered the interest rate, 0.325. So you're going to want to use that interest rate as a decimal. The next thing I entered in the B1 cell is I entered 15. That's the number of years. In the C1 cell, I put the deposit amount, or you can almost think of it as the payment amount. What are you putting into the bank? So I put the 200 in the C1 cell. Now, the one that's really important is our D1 cell. So the D1 cell, what I have done is I have used the future value function that you see here. But let's look what I've changed. Okay, so I needed the interest rate. But remember, that's the interest rate per period, and this particular deposit is made monthly. So that's why we need to divide that by 12. So you'll notice I've taken that and I've divided it by 12. Okay. Next, you might notice here in the formula that in the second position, which is our NPER here, the total number of payment periods, since it's 15 years, yes, I use the 15, but I multiply by 12 because I'm going to make payments for 15 years every month, so you would have to multiply that by 12. So I'm letting Excel do some of that work for me. Next, you'll see in the third spot that payment, that is just the monthly amount you're putting in. So I put $200 in, and you'll notice that I have blanks there. So the FV and the type, you're going to leave those blank. You'll notice that our amount is in red. Now, if you want to fix that, you can either make your payment, that 200 here, negative. You can put a negative in front of that, but that red is just indicating negative. And you can kind of think about that as that is the amount that has been put into that thing. Now, next, what did I do? So after I got that amount, we can answer the question, what is the value of the fund after 15 years? If we round to the nearest dollar, so you can make Excel do that. If you right click on the cell, you can do that. But I'm just going to round it for you. And that is $46,314. Now, the next part of things is how much interest was earned. So first, I made Excel do another little calculation for me. Now remember, I was giving $200 to the bank every single month for 15 years. So I need to multiply those two together and multiply by 12. So that's exactly what I've done here. And that's where I got that $36,000 figure. So what does that mean? Well, I gave the bank $36,000. At the end, the future value is $46,313.94. And so how much was actually interest? Well, that brings us to this number here. So I just had the two added together. So a positive and a negative added together. We'll subtract them. And but you can even have done that very easily in your head. That 46,000 number minus that 36,000 number is where I got that $10,000. And I rounded that to the nearest penny for a final answer of interest earned $10,314. So that's a little bit about how we use Excel to calculate future value of a loan, or if you're depositing something where you want to look at what's your future value if it sits there and gains interest. That's a great way to use Excel. So I hope that helps you understand that. You have a great day.